That's what you think of how your corners performed on Thursday against Eastern.
I thought they did a solid job. I mean, we came into this year just with expectations to reduce penalties and do a good job of keeping the ball inside and in front of us. And I think statistically, we were able to have a solid showing of that. Even though there's so much more that we want. We want more interceptions. Obviously, Terrence, T. Cox had one of them, and T. Brooks almost had one as well. So we're getting closer and closer to taking another step, but it's the grind every day of practice to create those situations. We understand there's no secret sauce in playing DB. It's the hardest position to play, right, other than probably left tackle. And, we've got to continuously just own that responsibility, yet stay within the constructs of the defense and what Coach Aaron Henry and what Coach Bielema wants with finding guys and that are tough, smart, and dependable on the field every single down. So that's what we're doing.
What do you like about how they responded with Tyler being out for that game and maybe a midweek or at some point kind of adjusting roles? What do you like about how they kind of rolled with that?
Oh, that was something special to see. I mean, Xavier took a role that he hasn't been in all fall and really all spring of saying, hey, I'm going to take this nickel and star situation. I'm going to go inside and play it, and I haven't really repped it in camp. And that was great to see because the other guys was able to step up and say, hey, now this is my role. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be able to help the team and be dependable for us. And so I thought each guy that had an opportunity to step up, whether it was Cox, whether it was Brooks, whether it was Patterson, they all was able to get out there and do some things that we all saw and said, hey, this is good, but this is where we need to grow and go forward from.
Coach Bielema, Coach Henry both mentioned consistency with Terrence. What do you want to see from him building off of that Thursday game?
Exactly that. Just consistency. Trying to find a way to make the same play every single way, every single opportunity comes to you. And that's tough. It's tough for any young adult to be consistent. Consistency is a hard thing to do in the world. So just watching him go through that is very good. It's very good to see it happen because it's happening in real time. And as a coach, my job is to coach him through the good times and the bad times. So the consistency piece is going to be very important, not for him, but just for everybody in the entire room. This is a long season, and consistency is going to be our only way to, find that true success at the end.
What stands out to you about how he's responded to that, right? His addition was a big deal here. He's played a lot of high-level football. Mm-hmm. But what stood out to you about how he's responded to, I would assume, some challenges?
Yeah. The challenges and the adversity of just, building relationships with new teammates and weight room tactics and school and everything that's coming at you right now because everything is in full swing or practice, lifts, scout reports, everything is going. It's not just summer where you can take a break and have this, that, and the other. So just like I said, seeing him go through it has been, pretty good to see how he deals with things. But at the same time, I'm still pushing him for more. Because I know he got so much left in the tank.
What did it mean to see a guy like Matthew Bailey get back on the field?
Oh, that was amazing. It was amazing to see Bailey get out there and lead us in tackles and make some plays and just run around with his intensity and his excitement. Also, his level of leadership that he brings to us out there, a bit of a security blanket. So seeing him do his thing and really keep the waters calm, yet jump out the water itself and go and make some plays was pretty awesome.
We talked to him about, I know it's maybe not exactly your position to coach, but he does a lot of pre-snap kind of disguising or trickery, trying to confuse. Why do you guys trust him to do that?
Well, there's a lot of trust in the entire back end to do so, but specifically for him and Miles, guys that have been in the system with Coach Henry this long, they've got an understanding on what we're in and what they can show that we might be in. Yeah. And that really helps us out versus really good quarterbacks. And right now, the quarterback game across the United States is so much better because you got 7-on-7 coaches, you got youth league quarterback trainings, you got all these different things where quarterbacks can throw the corner route, they can throw the vertical ball, the 8 route. So when you're seeing these type of quarterbacks, the number one thing you can do is just screw up his timing. And I think when you got safeties like Miles, right, and like Matt, they screw up the timing of a quarterback because we showed one thing and we did something else. So that ultimately helps you. You see it a lot at the NFL level. You see it all over ball, and it's something that we believe in here.
How big was that for Torrey to come in, jump up a level? Guy, we talked about his size a lot, and to come in and have that interception and play the way he did.
Oh, that was great. That was great to see him do that. And he just, brings some energy to the room, and the other guys around the room can see it and understand it and really push to say all right, I'm going to push this guy even harder. I'm going to try and beat this guy for a rep while he's trying to beat someone else for a rep. So the competition in the room just drives, the success for everybody. So seeing him get out there and just not really care about, hey, I'm from the MAC or I'm from this, I'm from that, or I'm too small. He doesn't care about any of that. All he cares about is getting out there and competing, and that's what makes that kid special.
What stands out about Kansas for you on film?
Kansas, wow. I mean, obviously the quarterback is dynamic. Coach Larapo does a great job with his offense and his team, and those guys do a really, really good job on defense. So we've got to do a good job being the best defense on the field that day, right? And so, I think their receiving core does a really good job, 0, 2, and 11. They're dynamic down the field. They're dynamic in the short route game. It's nothing they really can't do. So when you're in situations like this, you have to be mistake-free. You got to play a very, very clean game. So I'm excited about that challenge for my guys to get out there and have the opportunity to cover receivers like this versus a quarterback like this and an offensive staff like this.
How do you kind of instill the importance of not falling for some of the eye candy? They do a lot of pre-snaps.
Yes.
What's important for you this week?
Just being dependable, man. Be dependable. Be dependable and be disciplined. You know what I mean? Have some discipline about yourself. Have some discipline about your eyes. Know what the call is. Know how you're going to play that call and know exactly who you're up against. Know your dang on opponent. And when you see the guys just having an understanding of that, I think we're going to have a fair chance of doing a solid job because they're understanding the who, right? The who is very, very important, but the what and the how is very important too. So they're putting all that together right now, every single day, watching tape with me, just trying to get to understand this is how I'm going to cover this guy. This is what we're doing, and this is why I'm doing it, so on and so on and so on. So I'm excited to see how these guys go about their business and keep rounding them out.